Welcome to the Handyman Zone. I'm Dino Pinch. Today we're dealing with this cabinet door. This is a kitchen cabinet door. Okay, it's not that big and stuff, but the problem is it's splitting here. If you can see as I flex it, the crack. Okay, so the crack comes down to about here, and what we're gonna do is fix it up. I'm gonna show you two ways to fix it. Basically what we're going to do is glue it, okay? But with wood, you can't just glue it. You have to clamp it, or it's not going to have any strength. So we're going to mush all kinds of wood glue into the crack with our finger from both sides and every angle, both sides, top, anywhere we can get. We're going to mush it in. And then we're going to clamp it. I have big, what they call bar clamps, which are like 4 feet long, and they're made for gluing up flat pieces of stuff like this. But knowing that not everybody's going to have pipe clamps or bar clamps, as they call them, I'm going to show you an alternative method using string or light rope and twisting it to clamp. So we're going to show you both ways. And anybody has a problem like this, where your kitchen cabinet door is cracking, take it off the hinges. I still got the hinges on here. I just basically took it off the cabinet. Get it down on your workbench. Get your wood glue out, and let's get fixing this thing. This is the bar clamp, pipe clamp, whatever you want to call it. It's adjustable, and then this does the tightening here. Okay, they sell these orange pieces come in a kit, and this black part is basically a 1-inch plumbing pipe. They call black pipe, 1-inch black pipe. And you can get it up to lengths like, I think, 8-10 feet or whatever. And you can also get unions and screw two together and make them even longer, although they do tend to flex as they get longer. The alternative method, we're just going to use some string. This is like nylon string, and we're going to use a piece of scrap wood. And basically what we're going to do is tie the string around where we want to clamp. We're going to tie the string around. We're going to make a nice knot that doesn't slip, and then we're going to stick the scrap wood in and twist and twist and twist and twist until it gets tight like a clamp. So that's the alternative method. We're going to put a lot of glue in here. We're going to mush it in with our fingers, and don't worry about excess glue, because when we clamp it and all the glue squeezes out, we're going to wipe it up with a damp cloth before it gets a chance to dry. We're going to wipe it up with a damp paper towel or damp cloth really good, so the only glue left will be inside the crack and none will be showing, and this repair will be an invisible, actually it's over here, it will be an invisible, it'll come back together, you won't even see it, it'll be stronger than new. Let's get going. Okay, here's our crack part. What I'm going to do is just lay some glue on here, and then just taking my finger, I'm going to mush and mush as much glue as I can into that crack. And again, when we clamp this thing, a lot of this glue is going to come back out, and we're going to wipe it off. But we want to get as much in as deep as we can at this point to effectively affect a nice repair. And I'm going to get up in the top here, and I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing in the back. Get as much glue as deep as I can. You can see the crack right there. So I'm kind of flexing it with my hand to open it up a little. I don't want to break it any more than it's broken, but I want to open it up to get glue in there. And I'm really mushing it and getting as much as I can in there. I'm going to clean my fingers up, come back and clamp it. So taking our bar clamp, we're going to come right about the middle of the repair. And I want to lift this end up a little bit because I want to be able to wipe that excess glue off of there. And as I tighten up on this, you can see where the glue is squeezing out of our repair. Taking this rag and a little, which is a damp rag already, but I'm just spraying it with some all-purpose. And I'm gonna wipe this down a couple of times. This is just my preliminary wipe down. We got glue that's squeezed out on this side. And I have like a splinter here, so I'm wiping with the splinter. If I wiped against it, it would lift up and pull out. Now for the alternative clamping that I told you I was going to show you, we've taken the string and I'm going to loosely make a knot over here. We don't want to make it too tight because we want a little room to stick that piece of scrap wood I told you about in there. I'll make a couple of overhand knots. The thing is, this is going to be under high pressure, so we don't want the knot to slip. So we want to, I mean, I'm no sailor. I don't know how to make like excellent knots, but I can make a bunch of double knots that don't slip. Take a piece of scrap wood and basically just start twisting it. Okay, we don't want to break the string, but it's already like really tight. And also you want to be careful if you don't leave any dents in the edge of the door from the string being too tight. But this is oak, so I really don't have to worry about that. Now on this end here, okay, it just happened to be the right length that I could leave it against that and would keep it from unspinning. But sometimes I will tie the extra string or whatever method you devise to keep it from untwisting. That's what you would do. I have paper towel here. I'm just going to spray it with some all-purpose, and I'm going to get the last, because if you notice, there is a little more. Now that we put the second clamp, there is a little more glue squeezing out of the joint that we want to wipe off so the repair looks really nice when we're done. Make sure you get all the glue out of the cracks. Now we're going to set this aside to dry, but you can see that joint right there that was split open before is now closed up really nice. When the glue dries, that's going to hold stronger than new. These splinters here, can't really do too much about that. If we try to pull them off, it's going to leave an unfinished piece of wood there. So basically they're glued in place. The crack followed down here, and that's just going to blend in with the grain of the cabinet. No one's really going to notice that. And in the back, where that crack was running right down here, disappeared. And now we're just going to set this aside to dry overnight, 24 hours, ready to be reinstalled in the homeowners. In case you didn't catch it, I'm Dino Pinch. You're in the Handyman Zone. Share this video, like it, subscribe to my channel while you're here, because it's all fixing, handyman, around the house kind of stuff, plumbing, electric, carpentry, whatever, fixing the truck, whatever. See you later, YouTubers.